Alright, welcome back to Disciple of Morango. Yeah, so today we gotta start off. I just gotta clean up a few of these silly little compile errors, which is not a big deal. It's just kind of renaming stuff, and I forgot to include a header here. So here we'll just include format, which should be good for this, and then yeah, it's not get main stats. It's just main stat for this format here. You just change the name of it, right? I think that's the compilers that we were facing here. So yeah, that should be good for that. Now, let's just make sure here. Yeah. We'll fix the warning some other day. I'm not particularly I don't really get all that concerned about the warnings. They're barely ever even really all that important. They're usually kind of a waste of time. Anyway, so get rid of this. What I'm thinking is starting to get all this back end stuff going, but you don't really know if any of it works. You know what I mean? So, you kind of have this issue like, it's there's always this issue like, do you, oh, cool, it's seg faults. So, show the call stack. Item. Okay, so um this isn't right. What is it here? Yeah, no, this is right. Why are we deleting this in the inventory right at the beginning here? What's happening? Is it just that we're leaving this context? Let's just say um no, it doesn't like it. There, whatever. Okay. So what was this complaining about again? I kind of wasn't paying attention. We're at this point where like I do think we need to start putting things together. So, which sort of makes me think maybe we need hmm, there's another Okay, I know I want to start putting things together, but I kind of feel like I need a way to read items in. And I also kind of want a log, like a text file logger. Hmm. Yeah, let's just try this real quick. Let's just see why this crashed. I press any key to close. So this all works. Okay. You know what we do? This is not the right way to do it. Let's go here. This is crashing. All right, there's nothing in here to call with the destructor, I think. Right? Okay. Erase from the beginning to the end. Why is this happening? Is this crashing because we're... Is this just crashing because like I'm dumb? I think that's all it is. I think I'm just dumb and I'm just deleting null pointers. No. So, um, we're going to use this, which should take us into here. Oh, I'm spilling my tea. What's the key in? Oh, this is not even... Sorry, I realized I just paused the recording. So, in the player, we never actually... so I think we just create a new inventory. I think in the manager here, since we already have the player, we should just get the player. Mm. And then we'll just switch these out. Um, uh, I guess we need to just create this function, right? Um, yeah. So we'll come back to the player here. Inventory reference. Let's just get the inventory. Then we'll come back over here. And here we'll just return inventory. Let's see. Oops. Get inventory. Why is this bad? Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay. I'm still confused. Why is this destructor getting called? Okay. We hit the end, we get kicked out. Now we return the weight and we keep going. And we return the weight. Now we find the item. Now we use the item. And now we're in potions. Hell yeah, polymorphism. Cool beans, cool beans. We do this. We return the duration. So everything's good until temp potion does not equal null. So we delete temp potion. Which is already going to get deleted by this. So then we return. So how is 0 a valid index? In what instance could this be a valid index? Yeah, so we delete the player, and then we go to delete the inventory. How does this have a size of 1? Okay, this is confusing to me. Like, okay. And we go through this roll, then we get kicked out, then we return, and then we return. And in here is going to be our one potion. So we delete the one pointer. We come back. It now equals end. So we get out of the for loop, correct? Then stored items now contains one null pointer at 0. Error reading string. So this should just be a null pointer, I'm pretty sure. Right? And then we go through this. And that's deleting the inventory from deleting the player. And then we return to main. And then we leave. Okay. So um if I get rid of this breakpoint and this breakpoint and I run on again. Through error trying to access index of stored items of length. Yeah, that is fine, I suppose. Let me go to my inventory here. From D to D. Oh, yeah, that's my bad. Of length. Try to access index of length. This is what it is. I think this is the issue. Is valid. It's kind of like, oh, um, what is the actual error here? Call to immediate function is not a constant expression. What? Is it because of the square braces? It can't be, right? That doesn't make sense. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so of length infinity. Okay. So This doesn't really need to be -1. But do you really need to like even log this, right? Or do you just need to return? I feel like you just need to return it, right? I'm not even sure. Yeah. Yeah. So, um, anyways, that kind of seemed to work. So before we move on here, let's also see if this player, let's just call, let's come back up here and say, duration completes. Is this not public? It's super duper is public. So this returns the item. Um, Duration complete. Oh. Um, um, you could do like just for now, temp potion, duration complete. We'll give it the player, right? And this should delete itself. So let's see if this works. Let's put a breakpoint in here. And we'll do breakpoints. Yeah, see, this is the problem with that erroring, right? I feel like this should be a warning. Um, and this should really be like if verbosity. Should be, like if it's like a high debug info. Because, the last thing you want to do is waste all your time reading things that don't need to happen. Um, for now, we'll just leave this, but we'll do this. We'll do like an add verbosity check in here. That seems reasonable. Um, yeah. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's send it. Let's see what we get. We're gonna start bringing these in here together a little bit more. This can probably be like this. We can move this over. Um, okay. We also don't need our headers so much. So here we are. We're calling delete me. Let's see if it works. Bam. Remove item. So this was not a valid item index. Item not found. Okay, so it couldn't find my potion. Um, so this is returning false. So we have an issue with our. And how are we doing this right now? We have. So use works. We know that. But duration complete. Which calls find item, which we're going to put a breakpoint here. We give it to find. And if we go to our base item and we check out our equals operator, this is going to compare name and durability. So this should be fine. Even if we're just comparing the name should be good, right? So why is this not returning anything? Okay, so error reading characters of string. So it's unable to read the string name. So let's come to potions. Unknown potion. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. So then if we come up here, base item, in name, which is unnamed potion. So why does this not work? I wonder if that's the issue, is that it's being silly. Anyway, let's just go through one more here. To find. Oh, to find unknown potion. Okay, perfect. Iterator found Maybe nothing. So here it's going to return the int, right? Yeah, it returned this, which will return 0. This is exactly what we want. So get item at find index is going to return, yeah, it's 164. So then we call duration complete. We give it this, which is going to be our 164, blah, 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 250. Yeah, okay. Then we come up here. We go to remove item. Ah, stored items is of size 0. Why? So we come here. We try to use this item. Why were we removing it before? Hold on. I'm being silly. Let's go through this again. So, let's stop. Let's walk through everything. Okay, so we create a new item. We give it the player inventory. We add it. Maybe add item should return the item. I think that probably makes more sense. So here we find it successfully. We return 0. Yes, and this is the... Okay, so now we use this item. Now our duration is complete. We try to delete the item. So here we are. We find it. We don't find it. Am I going crazy? Try to access index. Yes, so here we find the item. We return 0. Find item, get item. We return this. Now in duration complete, we call delete me, which calls to remove the item, but we have to find the item first. So here, we try to find it, unable to read memory. And why is stored items of size 0 now? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Hmm. So in the character, we create an empty inventory. I want to grab that inventory and say the owner equals the player. And when we're deleting items, I want to print a warning. That's just going to be the owner. I just want to see if there's like things I'm not expecting in here. So this calls delete item, which calls oh, okay. I'm pretty sure I'm just making some silly mistakes here. So we're just gonna do void print, and we'll just make this inline here. We'll just say like for auto item in stored items. We'll just call item print. I think is what the base item has. Description is list. Print. Get description is list. So if that's going to return me a vector, description is list, and then we'll just this isn't the best. This is another thing that like really needs to be fixed. Print vector. I don't even know what this does right now. Look at this real quick. And then new line is going to be false. So then we can come here and just call print. And then here we also are going to want to add this isn't like it. For I is a string. I don't think it is too little. Um, we'll just do this really quick. Um, you don't even have to do that. We can just say temp. This and then yeah, the color reset and false. Um, yeah, this kind of needs to change. We need better functions for this. I don't know why this is saying not enough. Like, there is enough. It only needs one. Right? I don't understand why this is telling me I need more than one argument. Um, like it has a default argument, right? Why is it doing this? Okay, unknown potion, and then it just completely fucking failed. And then we get the item. Oh, and it can't find it. Huh. So when we call duration complete, we call delete item. We go to remove item. Okay, so I'm back. It's been a few hours. After some fiddling around, I've realized that for some reason this bind delegates function is not really working. Um, yeah, so this delete me is just not particularly working. So what I did was I just passed in a pointer of the inventory, and this seems to work just fine. Um, yeah, so this is something to come back to. However, it technically is working right now, so we might just leave it as is. I would really prefer to spend some time getting things to work, and then I can refactor them and make them work better later. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This was driving me crazy, but I ended up having to put just a bunch of print statements and just following. Um, what is the shortcut for get rid of all? Uh, Debug. Disable all breakpoints. Yes. Yeah. Less than ideal. It like what kept happening was it was like I was getting two separate I was getting two separate inventories. I don't understand why, which is why I kept getting this 0, 1 and whatever. So we're just gonna move past it for now because I would like to start getting some stuff stitched together. I think that would be a lot better. So I'm just gonna clear my queue on Spotify here. Where's the clear button? Okay. All right, whatever. Cool. Just let me get some music on here. Sorry, this is being kind of dumb. Oh, I feel like Spotify has way too many tabs, too many features, too many things. Okay. So, yeah, anyway, so we're starting to get some stuff stitched together. It seems like this duration complete stuff is working. I kind of figured it all out in here. I don't know. It seems to be okay. However, why is this all down here? It's kind of like I feel it's becoming increasingly more difficult to just ignore that because there's a few things we really need, and that's a screen, logging. Yeah, a screen and logging. The issue with the screen is that it's so much work. Like, inventory. Yeah, not really sure what this is either. Get rid of this. Yeah, so you have like your weapon. Hmm. Yeah, because you also got to think like, how big is this terminal going to be, right? Do you just force it to like 1920 by 1080? But then that's only that big, right? That's very little. It's large on a 1080 monitor. Full screen is rather nice. Hmm. Which is sort of why I like just kind of want to keep procrastinating it because I know it's going to be difficult. It's sort of like I was even thinking about this like duration complete. Like, is this even public, right? Or does it make more sense to just say like in potions? I feel like this could be private, right? And oh yeah, we just had this owner string here for some debugging. Debug. So, it kind of makes sense to have like a base character. Maybe I should call this parent. I kind of feel like this might need to be present in like every. Like in every um yeah, and in parents. I feel like maybe everything. Hmm, yeah. Well, cuz Yeah, because it kind of doesn't make sense to be giving. Even in use, you kind of just like get the owner. Hmm.